Hi, it's Richard from Ignite Growth, and I just thought I'd address something that I'm asked an awful lot, which is by B2B business owners when they're looking at their marketing, whether I would approach it as an inbound marketing campaign or use account-based marketing. So I thought I'd look at the two types of marketing, and I actually think for the majority of businesses that I work with, a combination of the two is required. So I'll look at both individually, and then I'll give you an idea of how it might apply to you as a business. So if you want to pick one above the other as your priority, but also why I think the combination of the two is what works the best. Okay, so if we look at inbound marketing, this was really a term that was coined by Dharmesh Shah and Brian Halligan when they were setting up HubSpot. It was this new way of attracting people to you, which really aligned with how people were buying and researching, using online resources, using social media, doing all their own research before they ever reached out to a company. They could see this change, and to address that change, they realized that you had to lead with value now. It was no use just broadcasting out about yourself, hoping that you would basically attract somebody because you hit them at the right time and the right day. But it was really that mentality of broadcasting as your message at people. They flip that on its head and say, no, people really want their questions answering, they want value to be added, they want to engage with blog posts, engage with content, and if you engage with them in the right way, then you attract them to your business. So it's very much, they talk about how a magnet versus a megaphone. So the megaphone was the old broadcasting out mentality, and a magnet was really pulling people in and making sure they were the right people you were pulling in as well. So again, a lot of your qualifications done to make sure that they're highly targeted when they come into contact with you as a business. So really you've got four phases to it. You've got the attract phase. So you've got the attract phase at the top, and that's really where you're using videos, you're using content, blog posts, you're making sure your website's being optimized to attract people, your social media posts are attracting people in, you're sharing content and writing lots of content, producing lots of videos, using YouTube. These are all the ways that you would attract people in. And when people start engaging with your business, you've attracted them through to your website. So you've really turned them from a stranger into a visitor to the website. Stranger who's never heard about you into a visitor to the website. Once they're on the website, your next job then is to convert them. So a smaller proportion of those people are then going to be converted. So they're now being converted from a visitor into a lead. So that's the important differentiator here, and this is where a lot of people, I've talked about this in my conversion videos, people don't get the conversion right. So you've got to really focus in on this stage of converting that person you've attracted then into a contact in your CRM. So usually this is where your CRM, you're using your forms, you're using landing pages to convert those people, and a lot of your content offers, those free offers, those guides, checklists, things like that you can offer people to convert them. Scorecards, webinars, podcasts, there's multiple ways, multiple content you can produce to convert people, but it's all adding value here to convert them. Okay, so you've now converted them into a lead. We're then looking to close and finally delight. Okay, so once you've converted them into a lead, your whole role then is to nurture, to answer the questions, nurture that relationship of that lead, and then close them into a customer. So that's a customer, that's a lead, and that's a visitor. So you're attracting visitors, converting them into leads, then really you're going through the conversion process, and your sales process is kicking in here. Really, as I say, I've said the 4 steps that people go through to convert them into a customer. Now when they're a customer, the whole inbound mentality doesn't stop there. The inbound mentality is then, how do we delight them? You know, I talk about this a lot in my book about remarkable business growth. How do we become remarkable at our delivery of our products and our service? You know, the core delivery should be exceptional anyway, but how do we then delight them, show that we really appreciate them as a customer? How do we keep that client engagement ongoing from there? And this delight stage is when they actually become a promoter or an advocate of your business. Okay. And become a promoter or an advocate for your business. So they're out there talking about you, they're doing a lot of the hard work for you, they're the people that leave you reviews, leave you testimonials, these are the people that will get you referrals into your business. So the whole inbound mentality is very much, yes, it's funnel shaped, but actually it's very linear. You're moving people along that buying journey, and you're really aligning that with that whole buying journey that they're going on of awareness stage. From awareness, they're going through the consideration stage, decision-making stage. So that awareness, consideration and decision really aligns well with inbound marketing. But I would say what you're doing here is producing a volume. So this is more of a volume approach. Okay, so then we move on to account-based marketing down here. So we've done inbound marketing, we go to account-based marketing. And that, to me, rather than volume, is now producing highly targeted. Highly targeted. Okay. So this is highly targeted marketing as account-based marketing, and I've talked about this in some of my other videos, but it really starts with you producing a target account list. Okay, so you've got target accounts here. Okay, so target accounts there. So that'll be quite a tight list. For a lot of people who use account-based marketing effectively, they will split their target market, the total addressable market that's out there, into tiers, and they'll say there's tier 1 companies, so that'll be maybe the top 10% by size, by revenue, by turnover, but the big boys in that sector, so they'll know this is the sector we're targeting. So it could be manufacturing that they're targeting, or electrical manufacturing, or electrical engineering, and then they'll say these are the big engineering companies that are our tier 1 companies. So Siemens may be in there, IBM if you're in electrical engineering. You know, there may be all sorts of the top companies that, you know, if you got one deal with that person, high value accounts we would call them. So tier 1 is probably the top 10% high value. Okay, so tier 1 high value clients is what you're really targeting in your target accounts. Then within that target accounts, you've got all the people. So you then, from the individual company, you identify the 4 or 5 people that work in that company. So these are your personas and people. So those are so again, there's going to be far more personas and people. There's probably going to be 4 or 5 times as many as the target accounts, but these are the key people that you know make up your decision-making group, and you know you need to be engaging with, connecting and engaging with these people, and then starting those conversations very naturally. So that would be my first 2 tiers. And then I would really have that relationship nurture. So this is really where all your content is coming in here. So your content here and your relationship nurture . So now, unlike here where you're producing your content at the top of your funnel, this is really, you've done a lot of your identification work, and now you're producing multiple pieces of content for each of these people. So it's very highly personalized, and that's probably one of the keys down here with ABM, is this is fairly personal because you're attracting people by their persona, so you're attracting the right people. This is highly personalized, because all your outreach is aimed at each of those people within your target companies. So again, highly personalized, I would say, is one of the key characteristics down here. And then your relationship build then becomes really important. So you can see one is a funnel that way, and the other is a funnel that way. Okay, and the way I always define the two when I'm talking to people is this is fishing with a net. So this is very much fishing out there and getting your net and attracting a volume of people into that net, and then starting to identify who those people are and make sure that they're the right, you know, the MQLs, the SQLs, I'll talk about in my other videos. With this is spear fishing. This is where you've got to fit and you know exactly who you're after, and you're really, really highly targeted on those accounts. And these are probably the 10 or 15 companies that we want to be connected and engaging with. As I say, that's how I would do it. And then there's tier 2 clients, there's tier 3, tier 4 clients, you know, there's different valued clients in there. But I would say, if you put all your efforts into your tier 1 clients initially, that's where the big orders are going to come from and the big growth in your business is going to come from. As I say, I've had clients we've worked with where we've taken this ABM approach, got a deal with one of the big clients, and it's smashed all of their expectations and their forecasts for their growth. They've added £1 million in one deal because they've targeted the right people. So this approach, I would say, if you're looking at what approach would suit you the best, this is for lower value orders. So I'd say anything less than £5,000 as a value. Account-based marketing is a great way. So you're going to attract more people into the funnel. You're going to get multiple orders going, multiple deals going. Anything with quite a short sales cycle as well, anything less than 3 months as a sales cycle, I say, would suit inbound marketing. It doesn't have to be. As I say, inbound marketing works really well for companies with high ticket prices and longer orders, longer sales cycles, but account-based marketing is where I would start my first campaign. You know, I would identify those target market, I'd identify those target accounts, what the total addressable market is, what the right profile is for these people, who the people are, what content they want to see, produce all the multiple pieces of content for them, and get a really targeted approach going. Then layer inbound marketing on top of it there. However, you probably would, most companies start with an inbound marketing approach, get the content out there, start seeing leads come in, the right traffic, they improve their traffic, they improve the conversion, and that really does give them a great basis, and then they can layer an inbound marketing campaign on the top. As I say, if you've got a longer, really considered purchase though, account-based marketing, especially for high value. So if your average order value is 40, 50,000, it usually takes 6 to 12 months for people to make a decision. Then I would say account-based marketing is where you need to be heading first with your marketing campaigns and your lead gen. Don't ignore inbound marketing, but I would say start with account-based marketing. If you've got that considered purchase, longer sales cycle, you have a clearly defined market where you know there are some big players that you could target, then account-based marketing would be ideal for that situation. All right, hopefully that's useful for you. Look through, there's plenty of content out there about it. There's lots of videos I've done on different areas of marketing and lead gen for B2B as well on the channel, so make sure you check out some of those, and also make sure you've subscribed to the channel. So hit the subscribe icon, and then also tap that bell as well to make sure you get notifications activated and you're notified whenever I upload a new video. All right, take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.